Welcome again to the brunch show right here on Radio 97.1 FM. And today we can call midweek, and most people are excited because we are coming to close to the weekend. And so today, welcome again, as I've said. If you're listening to the brunch show, this is Radio 97.1 FM, the largest radio network in the country, because we didn't attend this state. So it means say if you didn't have Bo, Mechanic, Kenema, you gotta listen to it. And if you didn't have free tongue, of course. And you can also watch me live on Facebook. You can just type Radio 5 on Facebook, and you can see me live in the studios. So if you just tune in again, it's not the brunch show. And how we always do, we can get the verse for the day, the quote for the day, and get right into the topic for today. Remember, say you can save the number 0889719171, or you can also go on Facebook and comment during the show. And this not a listening ready. We mean say now you more the talk and we the listen, but you just get for a few minutes for get into the topic and the conversation. And also you can call and give your input. And today we'll get a very wonderful guest now the studios. We're going to introduce himself very shortly. But let's have the verse for the day and the quote for the day. And the verse for the day come out from Philippians 4:6-7. It said, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your request to God." And the quote for the day, they come up from Albert Einstein. It said, "Education is not just about learning facts, but about training the mind to think and to care." So you might be wondering, what's our conversation? What's our topic for today? Not necessarily ready for a friend, we can get the topic that we really when necessary to with daily lives and very relatable. So, but before we go with topic for today, I'll make my guest introduce himself shortly.
Thank you. Yeah, good morning, listeners. Mina Dr. Joseph Nano, Mina a junior doctor. We currently attached na Connaught Hospital, and it's a pleasure being here with you and for deliberate on this wonderful topic.
All right, thank you. Welcome to the show. And today we'll talk about the role of schools and universities in shaping the future of mental health awareness. The role of schools and university in shaping the future of mental health awareness. I just want to ask a question. Was there at any time maybe in a school where maybe something happened with you, maybe mentally, you were mentally down, and you go to a teacher and talk to her about that?
Yep. So many times, especially in school, not in
Who's school you
university.
go? I
Here
know.
we go. Here we go. I attended the Great Albert Academy.
Okay.
Yeah, junior school, and of course, I attended one of a Catholic leadership bringing school, one at the Holy Family School,
Okay.
when I did Adumi Senior School. Well, for the Holy Family Schools, unlike other schools, we get a center
Okay.
for mental health,
Ooh.
and yeah, and not too well, I can say not too active, if I can say, because with societal bringing a day in a way that we as Africans we get a thick skin, so we'd expect we African children for succumb to everything
Do
being
we have a
brought
thick
to us.
skin or we pretend that we do or we should?
Well, it's assumed that way.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So most of the time, people are okay actually go face or talk about
Yeah.
issues. The only time we see students na the psychology part of the mental health office and for go settle disputes, which of course is it's part of it, but I for go settle disputes.
Yeah.
One time we I feel say I go now at the start of the school, I just come out Albert Academy, I go now Holy Family School, and I mix school, boys and girls, you understand?
Yes.
Of course, I go with a thick skin in that sense. See, I used to provoking, so nothing really weigh me down. I mean, I went to the place and then I go inculcate provoking at the place. People and just be the cry all kind way.
So you
Then they
were a
for succumb.
bully.
I was not a bully, but it was pictured that way.
Yeah.
But later on, I began to realize, say, this aspect of me now is sort of bullying, because not to all man they be prone to that.
Yeah.
Not to all man go behave like a boy, you understand? So even some boy behave as girls in a way. So we not expect everybody for get that kind way if they are not told or if they are not taught how to manage them.
Yeah.
So I mean, I be get for be exposed to a lot of punishment, and later on individually because of talk, I open up to people, I spoke with them, and then I began for make I understand. Say, I mean, this a way above provoking. Now this kind way they make this person feel
Mental
about
torture.
himself. Yeah, so stop doing it. And my attitude change henceforth. Instead of become a provocateur, if in that sense, I become that kind of fun type.
Okay.
So creates fun all over the place, and then that was how I get loved by every student, and then
So now you
make
go
me
to the
impact.
office or then go to the office?
Well, can go to me That is why I'm energized to speak about this thing today,
Yeah.
because yes, we know one for make it get a ripple effect in other schools, and especially schools. University, it's evident, and we need for actually pay attention there, but it
It
starts
sat
in the
down.
school. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So as we talk, I want for talk about this very fast and very quickly because where would they go to school? You know, there are people with not slow learners, or
Mm-hmm.
there are people with dyslexic. They're not able to read every word because then they all get for deal with mental.
Yeah.
So me, I'm not even talking about student to student. I'm talking about teachers knowing say they deal with different type of students and how you they deal with them people and they really matter. Because maybe you go meet slow learner and maybe the person go ask question at class after you don't take you time and teach, and you say ask you comping.
Actually, company.
Like not bother me, or maybe the person go even go in a staff room and you are so busy, you don't even pay attention. So I maybe go and ask you questions, and that brings me to the point. Say maybe most teachers, because before teachers then they do the work because they love it, but now I feel like we are finding options of a job.
Exactly.
Like we just want a job. So if teaching is available, let me do it. And if I
Exactly.
can get fast money, make lesson, make pamphlet, and apart from my salary, I get
I get other source of
other
income.
source of
Yeah.
income. So, do you think teachers should also pay care attention, not to only about maybe depression, but different type of learners were available in the classroom?
Yes, exactly. There's something about anxiety we most teachers are not can pay attention to. Well, I don't want to say it works for every school, because
Yeah.
most schools we don't know how their platform day or how their curriculum day, especially for private schools. So let we center on government schools because we know it's evident there,
Yeah.
and probably we know it's obvious, but less attention is paid towards that particular regard. Anxiety now most thing we teacher that they frown at, and especially exam stress. We now if you like now order of the day for schools. I don't know why exam for be stress, but now it's a stress and it's something we have to deal with because
Yeah.
it's part of mental health. So most teachers them they're not able for pick some of the early signs them. Okay. So now it's one thing about teaching. Before this time we get teacher them like we you mentioned that they do them because of the passion.
Yeah.
So they can be psychologists or mental health professionals
Yeah.
them, well, not necessarily professionals, but they
Like by
do the
learning.
work, you
Yes.
understand, even with them not knowing,
Yeah.
because they are good listeners, and then they give advice and they do better follow-up. Okay, but now little or nothing is done regarding
Yeah.
that. Teachers they need for be good listeners, because now we be good listeners, you listen to the beginning in concern,
Yeah.
and then after which you try for talk to them.
Yeah.
You need for be that person where they picking the trust. Most teachers and students need to trust them, because one, you go to school first, not technology school, where you go get the picking and
They
lunch
lo-
and eat. How the picking go trust you?
Yeah.
You get? So I mean, the students them or the people they need for trust the teachers them. Once they see you as somebody they can trust, that they can confide in you. Some students they confide in the teachers even
More
more than
than
their
their
parents.
parents.
Yes.
Yes.
So you need for be that kind of person there with example. Okay, you don't need for go know all of the stuffs. You go to a medical school, know about psychiatry, know about the different disorders, then before you can practice them. No, the basic things they matter. So I think just being a good listener they help a lot, and also you need for able for weigh the students and balance them. Of course, you're not a teacher. You know they can no more. Of course, every teacher wants 100% passes.
Yeah.
But you need to understand, take a different level of students, the way they deal with, we come up from different background, they do with different pressure and different way of life. So I mean, you don't go come you expect every student be that kind of graded student
Yeah.
and expect the performance need for be the same. So if student is trained with certain thing, I mean, you need for calm down and teach. I think that is what is done mostly in the private schools. That is why most private school students them mostly they can go 100% passes from each class, because this teacher then they make sure say it go down to the level of the basic person when able to understand. Whereas government schools they just they go teach, go if they get one maths and not pay them that month day well.
You
That
the
they where they
students,
go.
it's
So you
over.
get for be at the student they be at the brunt of everything. So
Yeah.
we not get forget shift of anger or shift of pressure where we dey get from with houses, from governments not paying salaries, etc. Who can pounds on the students them,
Yeah.
So being a good listener, you teach well and you calm down, and then also try for be a person of trust. I think that will really help.
Yeah, it's true. And when you dey talk about being a good listener, it even come to the point that say some of we were gonna collect na schools, maybe doing last term, you did try for choose like what you want be in the future, you don't even get no idea. You not even get no idea. Maybe you go just go art stream because you know like
Maths.
maths. Yeah. Or you know like for C blood, say what are they go do na science stream or I know sabi do
A
or what are they
confession you dey make.
yes. Yes. So even though you can be very smart, but you did choose based on what you like, not to even maybe you have no idea what you want to be. No one go do law, but arts you
Because you
can
get
read.
shift, you not get person
Yes.
for control you,
Yes, that's the
mentorship,
thing. That's the
etc.
thing. And most times, even now we curriculum, so not even get like art stream, they tell the people exactly what you can find in these
In
streams.
this one.
Like you go say, nah, all man where they go do arts, all man they go be lawyer, go do political science. But there are other things so different. And we not go ever know that the person go to college and go buy that book, that university book where they tell you because it's the way available. But you
Uh,
have no idea about them cause then they end what you watch white man female. This sometimes we can learn. Because before you dey apply for any university or college that they take you through maybe see you grades and see the thing the way you're good at and tell you say these are the things you can actually do because you're good at these things and help you guide you through the application process. But in salon, because a salon I know for man not talk about Africa. In salon, I don't feel like we get that space. We don't even get counselors now schools. We're not
yeah.
you not available. Like employ just one person. We go talk to picking them. They are picking and the way they go out to heartbreak, woman the way they go to heartbreak. Now schools. We're not going to hide these things. It happens. Then they go to heartbreak, then they get advice from the party, they will not get no idea what thing they even talk about.
Yeah.
But if you get post where they tell them picking and to some picking and they start for do drugs now schools because maybe they go through something from family, but they not get post where they talk to them. Some they start for drink. All that thing and they not to universities no more. People they learn and they learn from schools. We get cliques in our schools, clubs in our schools. We're not even healthy for the picking them. And just because we don't have people guiding them.
Guiding
So I think that's somewhere we could also start. I don't know, like when you talk about you holy, I don't forget the school name.
Holy Family Schools.
Yes. So like when you compare both of the schools that you went
Mm-mm.
to. Let's not go there. No, I just want me to tell me some
Yeah.
pros and cons compared to the schools that we go and when it comes to mental health, how you feel like it affects you, both schools.
Yeah. Um, um, you been mentioned initially regarding counselors.
Yeah.
That is one great gap and challenge where we dey get in mental health awareness.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have tried raising awareness, like wait they do so. Now, a very good step in changing or bringing impact regarding mental health awareness to students and pupils. So we don't do all this. Students go don't get some of the awareness, then go and because life na practice, then go
Yeah.
they practice them. But now school where then they spend almost half of their time, okay, do not get the people and they where they talk to. It becomes a problem. Like you did mention, just employ one counselor, one psycho, or just one psychologist, or just one person who gets something about mental health
Yeah.
awareness. Okay, it can be say nursing na a very broad something,
Yeah.
but you get nurse system when a psychiatric nurse system.
Okay.
When they go to psychiatric nursing, okay, they get ideas about mental health. You get doctors them when a psychiatric doctors them we then get different, in fact they get wide range of specialties regarding mental health awareness. You can employ the people in there. They can go on day-to-day basis,
Yeah.
or probably they can
Not
they can
even
do
day-to-day, yes.
on a daily basis,
Yeah.
or probably they go just get a schedule where the school go make
No,
for them,
aware of,
where they
yeah.
go, and probably not going to need for pay that much. In fact, you can just write to the government. Apparently, the government will even support or pay them people and all I can need for do now for provide the services for to them students and you can feel like say, would you feel like saying a waste of time? But it's not. Okay. The students they actually need people and for talk to. Now, one of the great difference between those schools that I went to.
Okay.
All the family had someone to talk to. You understand? The Albert Academy, it's not that I had no one to talk to. I had people, but they are my friends. They get little or no idea about waiting that they go through,
Yeah.
or waiting, then they go to waiting I need for talk to them.
Yeah.
Of course, I began me uncle at the school where one once and I had a meet, but in getting your schedule where you can go teach, and I want subject they teach they. So not to all enter and they get for
Yeah,
available
available.
for talk to me.
Yeah.
Maybe the time I go through, I. While they talk, I go through bullying in Albert Academy so
you
much. That's why make I go to another school. It just the thing just become innate in me.
Yeah.
But you see, some people they can say, okay, this is the help person forget a thick skin. But it's actually, yes, in a way, it depends which type of person you want
That's
to
the
become.
thing, yeah.
But in another way, it doesn't at all because not everybody go move in this type of trend.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Although being a man, like how we don't see life now, sometimes it's good to forget a thick skin because they go out, they see so many people, they see advantage or etc.
yeah.
So you need for get that kind that man in you for stand and face most of those things. But that is a good part. But some people and they overuse them and turn to the bad part, which becomes very, very dangerous. And some of the life crisis system and some of them you mentioned, so when are substance abuse.
Yeah.
If you're not able to manage those things, it will lead you for going to something for just escape the anxiety,
Yeah.
escape the depression, escape the stress. And which they lead you to now some of the life crisis system. Alcohol, begin drink, go now body go say, "Lord, go drink, we
Yeah.
drink, they forget.
Forget.
Lord, we go smoke, we smoke this thing, you forget. We begin take all of them thing then they you begin abuse substance system. You begin smoke like now, the kush. We not to no good thing for talk about, but very good for talk about.
Yeah.
And probably we go mention one or two things about that. You begin go in that direction and they so wait till they happen to you. One, you dey begin break concentration. Academic performance they become
Yes.
very poor. You dey even get although salon, the cooler they say, I don't use thick skin too much. Some man they say me if na suicide no more go make I get mental awareness. I get mental health. Say we not get forever.
You not get forever.
They say because I ever do me and I go kill myself. But people then they get suicidal thoughts. We don't get one or although it rare, but
Yeah.
we get one case system,
Yeah.
few cases where picking they go poison themselves because of man. Say they get their hearts break.
We exam safe because they fail us.
Yes, some people they feel
Yes.
worse that they get this. So the thing they happen, even in universities, you get some stories the way people they go. So I mean, this is not the life crisis the way people in the face. So if it's not managed or prevented, then it becomes much of a problem. Okay. So this not some of so there are people that I spoke with here, the only family schools, but yeah, that I don't get mature people and for talk to. There, I know for say I'm confided and I get for somebody for trust and possibly for guide me. Okay, when it happened, and of course, I get a very good and very wonderful experience at Abbott Academy. Where, I mean, it's very, 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 very good for talk about. So let me just focus on it.
Why be like they avoid problem? We don't talk about Holy Trinity. You come back to Albert Academy, like you're a very good school. When I
A
don't
very
do
good
well, when I
school.
groom me, when I give me thick skin.
Yeah, thick skin.
Thicker skins everywhere. But when it comes to me, I like the fact that some people then they always go back to their school. Like when people after they don't come on at school, they go back, they contribute. I don't do that. I
No, you have to.
I don't.
Why?
Because I don't enjoy none of my school days. And I go for college school day I go. I mean, not go for college school day I go. Cannot defend myself now public. But I don't feel like I enjoy any of my school days. I feel like just like how you said, there's this just one student where maybe they feel like nobody gets understand them and you will get teacher they will go always they come and say una the come una dey una not go better una not sober, you know these words, una not sober. Me I don't know what you want to do with your future so you can't see future because sometimes if you can already go through stress and they can add your negative words by them. And I will get this Miss teacher where my papa end up going to school for him because he always say you the money they put in your report card look how it's small, you people and then put money una na family una crabito. And basically, me, I didn't know that na me they talk so. So you paint a picture of disrespect to me family. Na class, you say all man sit down, and you they belittle me. So there was a time when it gets to me, and I go tell him papa. By the time papa they reach at school, so the principal direct. Now I maybe forget for the teacher. I say, yo, the teacher kind of class now. Make na so I tell you. I say, I know na be there. Not so you tell me. But it got to that point, so they kind of class and they praise me. Hey, maybe this ain't fine to the me, get sense. But it took a lot from me.
From you.
I'm gonna also they cry because among people where are the shame power and not to all man bold enough say like just wipe them off in my mind.
Yeah.
There are people where it really go get to. So where they talk about mental health awareness in our school, I feel like me and a teacher they be the bully me, not even students. From government school now to private school. I have really get a very wonderful private school experience, but me, I didn't. And another for going to school, like they say contribution, and they give no contribution
No, no,
to those school. When I develop,
You need four.
and then they go match for those school. Me not to all girls for those school. I feel like they pay teachers enough for teach me and they do their job. Everybody do their job. And all man move on with their lives. But it was a whole type of bully because then me teach me daddy be a lecture some of the teachers there. I know me daddy do there at that point. And they also be the taker. They also be the taker on me. So
It's okay,
I know
teacher,
that's
I
a
did.
very beautiful school experience. And I wish I had someone to talk to or a teacher to talk to or even the principal for me listen or give an yeah.
But there was no one.
Maybe there was, but I couldn't maybe take the bold step because teacher always get teacher back. Principal always getting teacher them back than in students. They're the ones working for them. So if we are going to create awareness, I feel like me now one victim and I'm gonna talk for me, I'm gonna talk for me.
Justice for me.
Justice for me. But at this point, to open the phone lines on 088971971, please call and share some of your experiences because it might help. Teachers, I'm sure they're not doing in a very bad faith. They don't necessarily be affect me at that point, or any other students who happen to.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just what they saw, what they met. Now they meet now the same circle. We
Yeah,
keep
same
going.
cycle. Yeah.
Yeah, we keep going through the same circle. So please call on 088971971. As we are creating the awareness in schools, we are also dealing with some of the things that has happened. We experience it. I mean, I know how it affected us even in the long run, going into the world. But let's come to how what are some of the steps we think we should start taking. It might be little steps, and um maybe some principal they're going to listen, they're going to go to their schools there now in their cars and listening. So what are some of the steps we feel like we for do for make a change in these schools?
Okay. Yes, a lot of roles then they will need for play in both schools and universities for help or create awareness for the future. Um, some of the basic steps. One, like what I mentioned, be a good listener.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're a teacher, be a good listener. You listen well, and then you attend to the students. Get this emotional resistance
Yeah.
where students they can get. So, but if you're not that good person where they before talk to, then you able create that emotional flexibility, and they can come to you, talk to you, and confide in you. And your words can sound. Let me say the words can get power. They don't get power.
Yes.
So what you can say can be a change in that person their life. A story. I never wanted to become a medical doctor. I always wanted to become a banker, an accountant. I be like
You
suit.
actually look
I be like suit. So the same thing.
Mm.
A good listener. I went to this same Holy Family Schools from Albert Academy. I sit me back, I get a very good grade. In fact, I sit for two different schools, the Prince of Wales and Albert Academy. I was accepted at both schools. Gonna be interview pass. I chose the commercial stream. In the 11th hour, my daddy said, no, this good school on there na Calbatong. That's why we don't move from west to east. So because you're a small boy, you're not going to come out. Boom, Calbatong, come Albert Academy. Because you copy them.
You be the okay. So
We
at that
move,
time
yeah,
we
yeah.
move.
We
Okay.
move. So there was this well towards migration where we did. So we go far. So the school be the closer to us every day. So Papa be the second say if I dey come up pong here and they come Albert Academy or Prince of Wales, start the get on I go all late. Then they go for affecting me
Yeah,
academic performance and change maybe they come where I be because some boys will be the go bad at that time. So it's am I going to this private school, Catholic school because we are Catholic by doctrine.
Yes.
And then I
We go
went.
pray by you.
So I go tell them say I go commercial stream and then tell me say commercial stream don't flop. The only stream within are science. I be 8 size. I hate those long mathematics we want me
The
because they go
formulas.
put in a blackboard.
Yes.
I just not be able to survive them. They cannot be like them. I be no maths. I pass maths very good grade, but I not be able for. I just not be the see myself say way for do am.
Yeah.
So and the principal take my office and talk to me. Say you can able for do this. So look your subject them. Like what you say what they do another white man country them. I mean I pass something. He say so you good for everything you want for do. Say you can go art, you can go science, you can go commercial. They say but now commercial don't flop now. Only art
And
and
you know I go
science
art.
available. Say I know you go art. And when I go at this first day of the school, I go sit down, I go quiz myself in a commercial. And that day they punish art there. They make them kneel down. I say, well, art is like art, they
Let's
get
go.
problems, they get problems at the school. So I denied art. But he talked to me, say, I mean, they should just go na science, go see how it feels like. They say after this time, the other time, he said the one that we don't go do good, we don't tell them parents them, we go for push them. We get them. Say, so you can go get a slot now, commercial stream. When I go science, I go top the class. And I fell in love with science and all of the intricacies. And that was how I became a medical doctor. I left the principal called me, stick to a word, say if I want to change, slots are available.
You say no.
I say no. Just by mere conversation,
Yeah.
words, I listen, he talked to me, and I accepted, I comply. So compliance too is another thing where we need for do. Because you're not going to be that kind of trouble some students
They
who don't talk to you. No, you need to listen to me. Me feeling matter. You get for listen to me.
Yeah.
Some students they can mistake I don't know how for put them their own emotional sentiments for actually mental health. You
Okay,
understand?
yeah.
So they can feel say no emotions forget sentiment. Yes, it's good, but you get to weigh the picture and for not for say you didn't a society. Society get norms and get values. And you know for bridge those norms and values. Okay. So we need for do the thing and I think another rule we need for do just we need for inculcate this thing at the curriculum. mental health into the curriculums. That is very, very
True.
important. Because if we do, then we go begin talk about how for instance na school, we go begin talk about how for resolve conflicts na
Yeah.
school, we begin to talk about emotional well-being na school. And even for colleges, they're going to create seminars, talk shows,
Yes.
skits, debates, all of these things, activities them with mental health related. They use mental health for propagate them through these activities. Them can make skits and talk about mental awareness, active play with somebody going to drugs, within in life turn out to be person with switch, listen to advice. You understand? They can get debates wherein they put a very good price. Students them come, they listen and then see say yes, there is a very, very bad repercussion if you not get mental well-being,
Yeah.
and you get to get a good impact if you get a very good mental well-being. So we create all of those instant systems, then it will help a lot. And also create research and policies. If we get good policies then, because this the Consalo we know, we need for be law abiding citizens. So if we get laws then where they breach some of
Yeah.
them thing we get for do with substance abuse. I mean you could get no option rather than forget a counselor or a
Yeah.
professional na you school, so that you go able to engage the students there, make them not take that negative feedback or negative aspect of life of substance abuse. We go lead them to something, we go make them reach some of the policies then we the country or government will put and affect them in the near future. So I think these are some of the things the way we need for bring calm up. We go be some of the good goals and responsibilities then where we go put in place. Even parents them and communities them then get role for play.
Yeah.
Because if there's community stigmatization, then people the way they go down. Remember, me and my community as I go so, they go begin laugh me, be good. Looking back way Ben, I go forget what's the alapa me at least. Accommodate, go na
Yeah.
school.
This
Na
same.
wahala.
Yeah.
I didn't house, mama de alapa me. Usami go. So if there is a good community strength, greater community love and support there, then we for break down stigmatization there. But it's quite difficult because the type of people that we get now in the
Yeah.
country. You go talk one thing. The people don't talk about smoking. Say now, it's very frustrating for even raise some of this awareness system. But I mean, the fruits can be small, it can be 5 to 10%, but it's better
It's
than
better.
it's
Yeah.
zero.
Yeah.
Okay, but
True.
and especially if when we dey talk now also about schools and universities, we get intellect and they would expect for get intellect and they so we'd expect the productivity for be great once it starts early. From primary school, class 6, class 5, we begin talk about Zande, we begin know which type of topics for codes there,
Yeah.
especially bullying and conflict resolution. We begin talk about Zande. We begin to secondary school, we begin talk about anxiety, how they go for manage
Yes.
stress, you understand? We come to colleges there now, we begin talk about the same anxiety, we begin talk about depression, then we begin talk about the negative impacts there when the
Yeah.
substance abuse. So I think that will get a very, very, very good impact. So I think these are some of the goals them we probably need for play
Thank you
and
very,
many
very
more.
much.
Yep.
Thank you. If you just tune in, please, we'll almost come to the end of the conversation for today. So call on 088971971 and to talk about raising awareness in schools and universities about mental health and how how for really focus because it's the starting point of grooming future leaders. And if they talk say we are the future leaders, but when I don't damage people and mental health, then self-esteem, how far could they actually go? And so call on 088971971 or go on Facebook and just give you comment under the Facebook page Radio Fi. So now we don't talk about how we should have counselors, but maybe some schools are going to say, "Ooh, that can be expensive for employ an extra hand." But let's talk about how teachers can really play a great role they themselves. How we can train teachers because I feel like when I don't know if we go to the colleges, maybe teaching college, and we don't learn about ethics of teaching. I think that should also be part of maybe before teacher they start for teaching. I make a seminar on how
Seminar,
to
yeah.
for deal with students, the ethics, what you should never use on a child, even as low as nursery school. You can see them nursery school picking and they go say me same teacher say this. And then what's then they don't know how for filter words and who's one for pull, who's one for think
I
about.
think about
Because it starts from primary school. So imagine you tell this primary school picking say, are you the kind where you fool? Sorry for the word, but the kind where you fool you people just they waste money per you. Like using those words. And I know they talk am because maybe I've never been there. I don't hear those words that they use by picking them. Imagine then I host there, you parents don't use and first by you say, papa no me fever like most times like when mama vex by a man, usually they just associate the picking so papa una no those words. Then
and
you
the
can ask school back.
and the opposite too.
I don't know about that. But you can't ask school back and then they use the same words by you. So how can we teach, or how, or should it be part of, maybe before you even start for teach, like teaching ethics,
Yeah.
teaching
Yeah.
ethics. Yeah.
For that, I think one thing we need for do, we need to get training of teachers. And it's quite important. Like you mentioned, not everybody can able for go higher, especially for government schools. But I think it's quite easier for government schools actually,
Yeah.
because they are government schools. You just need to write to the ministry.
You need it.
Just get a system how you do go about them. You write, you make your point, you get why. In fact, I think if every school do that, every school, the ministry will approve everything. Gets a dialogue with the Ministry of Health. Ministry of gets a dialogue with now we get Dr. Jalloway, Nainde in charge of director of non-communicable diseases, also they in charge of this drugs issue. So it then a psychiatry, the consultant, then go able to get a dialogue with them and then see, then get experts and they
Yeah.
get people that they train, they then get doctors and they get nurse system, they get other sets of mental health care workers them when they go able for attach. Now most of these schools them, they're not go there from Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
But then go assign days them whether they did it, then when they go get that session, because it's quite important. And all of those body no go be on the school, it will be on the government.
Yeah.
And the government already don't form a body for dandy. And this now one way when they're able for regulator. Okay. So I think it's quite easier for the government schools. The issue maybe not the private schools, because probably then go for actually
own fund,
pay.
yeah.
But then go able for make a case where probably then go be government assisted and then see how they go able for regulate dandy. So it just depends. So I think then we need for get them people in there for see how better they're going for train the teachers, because why you they train the teachers? Like what you mentioned. The teachers and then go for deal with the student them every night. If you now Wednesday and Thursday the person they go, or let me say the specialist or professional they go on a Friday, okay, or Thursday and Friday. But the teacher nigga for the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. If not Thursday, they go. So the teacher get for spend more time with the students,
Yeah.
and they get for exchange a lot of words, a lot of relationship together than you will just they come 1 or 2
Yeah.
times. Although you impact just that amount of hours where they can be very great, but the teacher gets more time and the impact can for be greater. So if they get some teachings with the teachers and for training them on them basic mental health stuff, them it will be very very great. Teaching ethics, how for talk to picking, how for listen, how for solve conflict, how for train picking them emotional well-being, like all of these things they need for talk to. And how do they come? It go there by class or by section. Primary school, where they come now, secondary school, both
Yeah.
junior and senior. They get the kind of information where they pass and how do they engage.
yeah.
Then even they go waiting they go in for, they for create a safe space. Safe space not in our school. Like we, the Sierra Leone Medical and Dental Association, we get a safe space now where we don't create from last General Assembly we decide for create a safe space. We get a phone call, a phone number, all where you dey see
Yeah.
whenever concern you get as a medical doctor, because most concerns of medical doctors are now we can get burnout with work.
Okay.
Spend most time in work, get little time with family, friends, relatives, and most of the time it can impact on your health, even your mental health. Because
yeah.
whatever thing we dey go through, torture, both for patients, from the consultant, from everybody, you understand? And a lot is expected from us. And we are healers, but we are not miracle workers. Understand? So a lot is expected. So there's so much we go through mentally,
Yeah.
and we'll get we own extracurricular stress where we dey go through, both from family, from church, from community, society, etc. So we self get a safe space outside we dey talk. Okay? When a very safe space. So schools
Yeah, and you can
and,
have a
and,
box.
and, and universities need to get safe space wherein they will get people or person where they go dey engage to.
Yeah.
And not only safe space for go talk, we don't talk, it done. No, they need to get actions for everybody in your concern. So that safe space platform go get a whole sort of section
Yeah.
at the universities where then go they act on the concerns of those students then,
Yeah.
okay, or the concerns of the schools, because the schools go better because not just one circular
Yes.
place, okay, as compared to universities. So I think the safe space gets a lot for play. All right. So also teachers, especially for school, PTA, then parent teachers meeting them.
Meeting, yeah.
Like you need forget not to just PTA meeting we can. Tomorrow we'll get Thanksgiving.
Yeah, talk by
we get forget
parents there.
so class 5 speaking and no. We need forget a PTA meeting where they can discuss issues then when they affect students. Here you go for talk to parents them, how them for nurture them picking in our house. Go for talk to parents them, how they for take care of them picking in our house, what's them for say. For
Mm,
men self play a small role so that they go reduce the burden of the teachers them
teachers,
at school.
yeah,
So that they all are something we go help
that's
a
true.
lot. Yeah.
So if you just tune in, this is not the brunch show already for 97.1 FM. And as I say, we almost come to the end of the conversation. So call on 088. We'll just take two calls if we're not talking 1 minute. Call on 088971971 and give your own contribution as to how raising awareness about mental health in schools go impacts the future. And um most times we can think say mental health, maybe it's not really, really important, but I think if you see the repercussions or the effect of somebody being mentally down, you go understand say it's very, very important, especially to the type of nation we one gets, And you will say just know how we go talk about the repercussion when it comes to how people they resolve their mental issues, like when they are mentally down, how they can resolve them, and now they see them, it's evident everywhere.
Yeah.
And if you want you want a nation. I just dey think about regeneration and how lots of people will be still and get great visions and dreams. How all them dreams and most of them don't die. I don't say die. Maybe it could be revived if we meet and
It
stay
was
alive.
halted in a
Yes,
way
in a way.
or
And
delayed.
see, imagine how then people they go for rehabilitate, how far or how long it would take for me to stay back on their feet. But if we don't they talk about these things, I'm sure if we keep talking about mental health, keep raising awareness, keep doing these things in school, we're gonna forget a very good and positive feedback or impact to the nation in 5 years or in the long run.
Yeah.
But because we don't neglect them for so long and think say Africa we get thick skin, we can go through trauma, picking they go rape picking and not get for woman girl picking and more the one that don't pass 18 years and
Yeah.
they need talk about it. And most people don't talk about it. They keep quiet, but you get forget a ripple effect on the individual itself in the long run. And if we keeping these things silent and neglect them to we're not gonna forget a very healthy nation in 5 years because the thing they get bigger as we they grow older. I will be young, me, I not be ever nothing about mental health. I just feel like some of these issues now it will just pass off.
That Christmas business woman.
Yeah, you feel like na person normally go then a street and they talk by himself and some of the hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mary.
Hi, welcome to the show.
Thank you. This is my strategy.
Yeah, Mr. Strategy, you're welcome. I know your contribution this morning.
Thank you. Actually, I just figure out Salomon or Salon, or let's say Salomon, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Salomon attitude, like Salomon able for discouraging in brother Salomon, you
Mm.
know, like where somebody they come up with initiative instead of in battle or in support,
Mm-hmm.
instead of begin downgrade them, and
Mm-hmm.
then they only they lead to mental illness because
Yeah.
if it's somebody they try to do something, whatever thing in they do, if it's a big bill, anything, they get a little bit support. I
Mm-hmm.
believe say um then they will look better and other people then go survive through that. Like I they see one guy within a salon where they make where I see in a Facebook we
Mm-hmm.
make mosca when electronics, when combat something like combat,
Mm-hmm.
you know. If you then kind people that they will don't begin to get under the surface,
Yes.
I believe say if you then give a little bit support,
Mm-hmm.
we go make bigger things, you know. You just make a small electronics motor, but if you can get great support or you get a little
Yeah.
support, I believe say you go make a bigger one and Salon go make motor. Like
Mm.
Salon go be proud like Nigeria way then capable for do then whatever way that they say second hand or whatever
Mm-hmm.
of markets in. But we now, I don't know what's in the wrong with we in terms of degrading ourselves. Instead of we upgrade ourselves,
Yeah.
we dey try for the crowd ourselves down. Whatever somebody they do, they need to look at and say this in better. And then small things that they outside over yonder, then they're important then. Like what one they talk to is very important for let them take this situation to the schools, especially for talk to the picky them, calm them down. Just after the war, the any picky where they be born now, and they become so reluctant. I don't know if na the gunpowder, maybe the flow na the air. So then they if they go to the notion they are inside school, I believe say certain people they will look at himself and say education is very important. Now the
Yeah.
fundamental for any nation.
Yeah.
Now the fundamental, now the bedrock. We look at and say no more this important, but education is very, very important. If you see they like today would they struggle, would they go through certain things. Now because we not get plenty people that will learn book, we be say then focus science, say very important.
All right.
Science is very important. In anything what they do involve science. So within that, I believe say that we will calm down the PK and mental them so that they all go eager for be somebody for this country. But imagine Salon, we see somebody travel go overseas. They even remember again for Kaya, whatever you don't go land over that. They even remember saying for counter for kind initiate then kind great idea they their ideas then they in country. Where see you don't go.
Remember,
So
it's not
that will be just
European.
because of the provocation, So I tell you thank you, Mary. Let
Thank
go
you
make
so much.
this when I message reach now the schools there and go
All
fine.
right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you too. We're almost done come to the end of the show. We'll just go through some Facebook comments, then we can just share last words.
Okay.
And so get Jibila Sanko. He say good morning to you too. We get Bangura Santigi, the caller just now. He say good morning. And we got Augustine Abdullah Martinez watching live from Vanilla Complex. So wow. You're enjoying. We get Kylie Usman Kamara, 100%. Thank you. We get Amara Barcelona, very interesting and educative show. Thank you. So those are a few of the comments we have on Facebook. And we're almost done. We just have 4 minutes. If we get one call, but before they get that one call, then we'll just get you a few maybe last words and see how.
Yeah. We don't deliberate so much. So I think say some of the take home messages them one, make the schools, colleges and universities, if they listen, may they try for inculcate some of this mental awareness into the
Yeah.
curriculum and also into some of the activities them. And similarly, for me they try forget counselors them at in schools. Can be say you need for go take medical doctor or anybody, but can get people that they can train teachers them, like they mention, and see how they're able for handle situations in our school. So for every teacher, for every student, if you dey be a supportive friend, if you're not teacher, you dey be a very good listener. Una say fry, but they
Yeah.
try for create sessions, for create awareness, and also a community, very supportive community. All done in a great step in bridging mental health, mental illnesses, and also for upgrade mental health in the society. Because then it will help you forget a better future
Yeah.
leaders and
Yeah.
also forget a very safe nation tomorrow. So I think that's it. Thank
All
you
right,
very much.
thank you so much. Before we do go, when I know the best when it comes to procurement, just for help we mental states, for me not stress yourself, when it comes to procurement and logistics, when it comes to maybe construction, you want bill us, you do oversee or even salon. Then you want bill us but you don't want stress yourself. We're just trying to figure out ways so you can relax. And if you want travel and you want affordable ticket prices, and if you want building materials, the modernized ones, and if you want maybe you want to do braid business or you have a shop, you want possible for the supply you pastries, then Dolphin Express is the go-to. If you want to send money any side across the world or even just alone, then Dolphin Express is your go-to. And also, if you want stress-free, loan, I'm posting for the stress you want a low interest rate, then Dolphin Express is the number one. Now then, the Odu group at the business. So if you want to contact them, you can just visit them number 34 Wellington Street off Pademba Road, or you can call on 073 347574 or 099 813148. And also, the brunch show will they bring out to you every Monday to Friday at the same time, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And the vocal drift, Audacity of Faith Descent invitation to everybody out there. The 9th of November, Audacity of Faith is happening, and a pioneer by Pastor Pete or Reverend Pete Dalton. Say so it happen na Zion Praise International time 4 p.m. Sharp prompt. But go for the reminder now. So till next week Sunday. get yourself ready and prepared to have a wonderful time in the presence of God. So this is how we come to the end of the show. Remember, say we get spot updates every Saturday and Mondays. Mondays 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So if you're just tuning in, remember, say this is the Brunch Show, your very own favorite show, and we're here back tomorrow, the same time, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So bye and have a wonderful mental health day.
Imagine a world where your money transfer is quick and instant. Imagine a world where your dream home comes to life. Imagine a world where your delivery needs are covered, where your travel plans are sorted out with ease and convenience. You'd love that, won't you? Now, imagine Dolphin Express, where your money transfer, bakery and pastry desires, logistics and procurement, building and construction services, and all your travel plans are catered for efficiently and affordably. Find us in Freetown at 34 Wellington Street off Pademba Road or 37 Corso Town. Call us now 073 347574 or 099 81 3148. Dolphin Express, we're just one call away.